out to the canal, and we will board the boat at the canal. It should be ready and waiting for us if we're lucky. And then it's only about a half an hour out to the dive site from there.
That's Golden Rocks.
No, tomorrow is North Seymour and Mosquera.
Yes, yes.
And at the moment, anybody else need a drink?
I'm fine.
Yes. Okay. The bus will be at Manao. En este momento solamente necesitamos tomar y conversar y posiblemente después.
Por supuesto, ¿se puede pasar por Perú?
The bus comes in now first because there are 6 of us there. And 6 of me there. Well, the bus will pick us up, come by and pick you guys up, and we'll leave for the canal.
Time?
You will meet at one of the 2 places, Red Mangrove or Manao. Yeah? I'll be at the Manao. They serve breakfast at 6:30.
So you have breakfast?
What time you be by our place?
7, I'm guessing 25.
7:25?
Yep, yep.
We can sleep in?
And our place at 7?
7:15.
7:15.
We'll leave at 7:15.
Got it.
So we'll be downstairs,
Be down at 7.
ready to go at 7:10. And then it's about 45 minutes after we pick you guys up to get to the canal. And we'll board the boat. It's about a half an hour to North Seymour. I'm just going to give you the schedule for the day, and then Peter can talk about the diving. So we'll do our 2 dives. Your check dive at Mosqueras first in the shallow part, and then the 2 dives. We'll have a snack in between. We'll go back to the canal, and the bus will be there waiting for us and take us to the Highlands, where we will visit Los Gemelos first, and then have lunch, and then go to Promicias for the tortoises. Space. I'm not kidding, I suck in 2 languages now. Anyway, so we'll go visit the Highlands. The Highlands tour is great. He can tell you about it too, far better than I. He's not only an incredible dive guide, he's an incredible naturalist guide. So we're really very fortunate to have Peter on his first island hopping tour. Yay!
What time would you expect to return?
I expect we won't get back until about 5:30.
No, return to the canal. To begin the Highlands. To begin the bus
I
ride.
anticipate that we'll be at the canal about 1:30.
And then 5 o'clock back here.
1:15, 1:30. And then we'll walk around the Gemelos. Not the long route. We'll just check the Gemelos out. He can tell you some interesting facts that I never heard until I went with him once. And then we'll go have lunch and visit the tortoises and the lava tunnel and come back into town. We'll have a briefing every evening on neutral territory since we're all kind of staying at different places. So we'll basically decide that as a group tomorrow afternoon in the bus when we're traveling. Where do you want to meet for the briefing?
In restaurant hall. We can restaurant hall.
Exactly. Il Giardino will be open tomorrow night, so maybe we can go there tomorrow night. And that's basically the agenda for tomorrow. Now I'm going to let Peter tell you about the diving.
Anyway, guys, the bed will be start tomorrow. Mosquera Island. This is a flat island, really flat island in between Baltra and North Seymour Island. And one of the sides is really shallow and calm. That's the place wherever we are planning to work is a checkout diving. Checkout diving is basically to check the buoyancy. You know, some of you just start tomorrow with diving equipment, so we like to check if you are with enough weights to go down. And for those people didn't dive for so long, you can back again to use the diving equipment and any skills. If you want to try any skills underwater, we can do that as well. For example, I don't know, like remove your mask or cover regular, if somebody wanna do that, but be able in that place as well, right? But basically, I check out diving in Galapagos for us. The most important thing is to check your buoyancy, right? And then most of the checkout diving is like it's only like 12 minutes. You just get down, check everything is working properly, coming back to the boat, and then we just switch tanks and we'll be ready for diving. So we keep it on the diving leader. I mean, going down with slow, checking everything is okay, right? So that's very important. If you remember the international signs, the signs, this is okay. This one is going up. This is not okay. Remember that, right? Okay, going up, going down. Something is wrong, like maybe ears problems, right? So something is wrong. You get ear problems, right? This one here is low air, right? This one here we never want to sign that. This is cut of air, no air at all. So that's very important. While we are diving, check your gauge, right? At least after 20 minutes you've been diving, independent of the depth. Very important you guys check your gauge and let me know to me or Leslie, she will be in the water. Yeah. So how much air is your tanks? We have, I think, some gauge in PSI, some ones in bars, right? Leslie? Everyone's PSI? That's good. So PSIs, we can't basically, by a scuba diving instructor on the way, right? And then you just leave it slowly. Try to put your tongue up here. Then, don't hold it, right? So, of course, if you go, what's gonna happen? So you're gonna suck your tank, and you're gonna hyperventilate, and then you will be yourself out and there will be problems, right? So relax, get calm, go slowly, right? Go down, will be like 10 meters more or less. We can go in our knees over there. So you get the bottom, just do the fin pivot. A little bit air, and you just take it twice. Then check if you are okay with enough air. Then start kick and relax. Maybe you need a bit more air because your foot, your legs, your fins, they are touching the bottom. Maybe one more. That's it, right? And then just keep going. Of course, you're going deeper, you have to get a bit more air. But remember, when you're going south, you know you get more buoyancy, so play a bit, but not much, just one, right? So then we check already. But that's the secret. Just giving some few tips already, right? And then in this place, we're gonna start. There is sea lions. So we're gonna start with Galapagos sea lions. Those are endemic species to Galapagos Islands. So they come that close to your mouth, turn around, and there is a school of fish. Then we keep going. There we find a sandy bottom, something like a 48, 50 feet more or less. It's sandy bottom over there, right? You guys work in feet, okay?
Yeah.
Meters, okay? So somebody need meters?
It's alright, we'll go.
48 is like 12 meters more or less, right? 60 feet is 18 meters, right?
Yeah.
And then after the sandy bottom, if you keep going to the edge, there is a wall, drops down over 100 feet, like 30 meters. It's a beautiful wall. That area, probably the water will be a bit colder, right? So water temperatures is about 21 degrees Celsius, something like 70 degrees Fahrenheit, more or less, around, right? But we find some thermoclines in some places at 63 degrees Fahrenheit, like 18 degrees Celsius, right? So that's why it's a good idea to wear the boots, the gloves. You know, in Galapagos it's not much coral reef, but we're still protecting the environment. So it's okay to hold the lava reefs, but not the coral reef. Right? That's very important. You're gonna wear gloves, but don't think because with your gloves you're gonna hold the coral or whatever, right? And remember, we are diving in one of the largest marine reserves in the world, like the second largest marine reserve after the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. So please don't touch any animals. So sea lion come that close, you can just look at them, don't touch it, right? See turtles, they come this close, very nice. Take pictures, you get the camera, and enjoy watching them. Only in few places you can get that thing, the animals come that close, overseas or underseas, you know. That's very important. In the diving trips, living on board, what they say, if somebody touch a whale shark, never dives anymore with me. Well, I say that person's gonna sit for the rest of the week on board, and it's so serious, right? In diving trips around here, what they say, that please don't touch anything. If I see you, maybe come to snap you. Right, that's very important thing. And then we, from that deep areas, we come into shallow areas with sandy bottom, again, full of those Galapagos garner eels. Sometimes it's 1,000 of them. And there's an arch, lions, a lot of fish. If we're lucky, maybe we start seeing the first hammerheads over there. Hammerheads, sometimes Galapagos sharks, white tips. If we are lucky, big mantas, manta rays as well. Right? And then we back and forth. We have a little rest break. And then after that we will go for the next diving. Next diving site is going to be in North Seymour Island. This is the northeast part of the island. Very nice diving site. It's a wall diving. And there is stingrays, there is white tips, which are just the highlights. They are sleeping in the caves sometimes over there. Sometimes huge schools of eagle rays as well, hammerheads, maybe big mantis. Right in the end of the diving sites, there's a strong currents. So we're never going against the currents. We don't want to fight against it. So we're going with that, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold the reef right in the end with reef platform. Right? Just wait over that. I mean lava reef, right? Lava reef with balance or barnacles, large barnacles over that. And then we're just gonna wait over there because a lot of sharks they are fighting against the currents over there, those white tips. Very nice spot for pictures or video. And then you're gonna hear my shakers. Usually we are using our shakers, right, to show things, you know. And then it would be pointed wherever it's there. And then right in the end, I use my shaker, which doesn't mean leave the rocks and we're going already to the course. Of course, tomorrow before each dive, we're gonna work with a briefing, diving briefing, but just to get an idea already about the diving profiles, right? The second dive is gonna be on a range of 60 feet around the beginning, right? And then we're gonna finish with around a 48 more or less. We're going with it, and then we come in like in a multiple level. And we just leave the reef, and then we do a safety drift. What I mean, we're going in the blue with our safety stuff, right? When I do that, we're going all together. Anyway, if some of you guys gonna start going south before us, of course, you know, it's a very good idea. Usually you're going out of the reef for your safety stuff, right? Don't try to come in near the reef because there is a high waves. It can be easy to wash out. Yeah, exactly. The reef. And then just swim a bit, of course, just reference, try to see where is the rocks or the wall, and then just safety stop and keep swimming to the blue to the surface, and then the boat will be over there. Right? When you're going to the surface, so remember you have to hit a bit dark and your PCD, and then first thing you're gonna take off. As soon, of course, the boat will be over there, and the boat will have ladders, right?
There's a rope.
Okay, it's a rope in the sides of the boat, right? So you wanna hold that line, that rope, and then try to take off your weight bar around from the other side of the back. So that's very important not to lose any weight. We're gonna get extra weights on board, but maybe we're gonna get 1,000 then, right? And I don't know, do you charge anything when people lose weight?
Yeah, very expensive.
So, very important, guys. You hold the weight bar, here's the buckle. So hold it here, take it off, and then hold it from the other side of the buckle, right? And then you just twist and give to the crew members,
On the opposite end of
to
the
the
buckle.
sailors,
Not the buckle.
right? So give it to them, and then those guys are gonna leave it right over there, and then start to deflate a bit VCD, right? And then